It's out farther than I thought. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. That's why you must always have pants on. And I do, of course. Short pants. But that's why you always have pants on. I'll be right back. Good, that clock is still running. I was so worried that that clock was not going to work. Well, you'll have to do it some other time. Okay. Ouch. Ugh. Hello. I have no idea if I'm broadcasting. Oh, wait a minute. He just stepped away. Oh, the thing moved over there. I wonder if YouTube changed it. And it's not in reverse anymore. I don't know. I guess if I hold up something. Now, who is that? Wait a minute. I guess I shouldn't be so nosy. Anyway, let me get this out of the way. This is listen, if you got something else to do, do it. Please do not waste your time here, because ain't nothing exciting gonna happen here. Unless the camera falls off and I forget to put pants on, as it just happened. But I got pants on and I think the camera won't fall. I'm trying to get it set up for tonight's live sale here from the front porch, because it's not stinking hot yet. In fact, we haven't needed any air conditioning at all up here in the old Northeast. Yay, front porch. Well, I don't know about follies, Judy, but I can try. Ha ha ha. Always what? Let me try something before 1 million people get in here. I want to know if YouTube. All right, I want you to tell me, is the print backwards? Just say yes or no. Is the print backwards for your eyeballs? Yes or no? The print is backwards? Oh, Rhonda. Pooh. Pooh, pooh, pooh. Okay. I thought YouTube changed it. We're not going through all that again. Don't tell me that it has anything to do with my camera settings, because it doesn't. YouTube flipped it, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago. So everybody who streams live on YouTube is now in reverse. And so I never know where to look. I'm trying to look you in the eyeballs, but they changed it. Can't do anything about it. That's the way it is on everybody's channels. The hat is backwards too? Yeah, well. I think my neighbor got a new truck. Look at him showing off. I mean, a new truck. I love my truck. Now, this is Happy Memorial Day weekend. I ain't been around for a while, have I? You've been like, where's that old Scott in his videos? We ain't seen him. What I'm going to do right now is, I'm trying to set everything up for the live sale tonight. Can you get me ice cream from the ice cream shop? Miss Williams, I'll tell you what, watch. The minute I go live tonight at 8 o'clock, that old ice cream truck is gonna park right in front of my house and play that ding dong song for half an hour. Maybe he has the day off since it's Memorial Day. I mean, everybody must have their own ice cream. Saw you last night banging on a candy jar? What? You saw me last night banging on a candy jar. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, oh, bidding on a candy jar. Yes. That's fine. Bidding, I know. Well, I've got to go get my laptop. See, anytime that you change the scenery, okay, you need extension cords, lighting, sound, hair, makeup. Well, not so much hair and not so much makeup. But it's not easy to just, plug in and go. So I'm doing a practice run. I've got the things, because I'm going to broadcast tonight from the porch. Now, I know it's going to get dark, so I'm going to have to get some lighting. But would you like to see a little bit of the Porch? You get a surprise. And I'm going to show you some of the things I'm selling tonight as well. So please come back to the Unbreakables live sale tonight at 8 o'clock right here on this channel. What about when it gets dark? I have I will turn that on. We're gonna be okay. Now I know this lampshade is that's the wrong size, and I know that. That looks ridiculous, doesn't it? It was a nice thought. This lamp is for sale tonight. This is a mahogany, not the shade. That's the wrong size, and we all know it. I don't part with my old lampshades anyway. Old lampshades are hard to get your hands on. This is mahogany, not mahogany stain. This is mahogany wood, yeah? And that lamp is more than 100 years old. These little mahogany table lamps really start showing up. I see them in the catalogs 1900, 1905, 1910, 1912. So this is one thing that we'll have tonight. And somebody was asking me about lighting, so that's the reason why I have to get some other lighting. Now this lamp is going to be for sale tonight as well. But as you can see, these lamps were born in different decades. This Edwardian era, we're back around 1912 on this little guy, 1915. This little guy is circa 1930 to 1935, something like that. And it has onyx, yeah, and I guess I could put this one down. So I'm jumping around. What I'm showing you now are things I'm selling tonight in the Unbreakables live sale. Imitated, but not duplicated. I guess flattery is what is it called? Flattery is what? Flattery is something. But some folks have said, hey, you see somebody else is doing an Unbreakables. At least 2 other channels are doing Unbreakables sales. So Patrick and I feel like trend setters. Well, that's fine. We don't have a copyright on the word unbreakable, so let them do it. But it started here. I don't know why I did my head like that. This is nothing but iced tea. I'm not one who sits around drinking beer all day on Memorial Day. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you're having a beer, have one. I don't care. All right. That's Wawa iced tea. So this one has a metal base with the original patina, and this is onyx. See? Pull your chain. Hi, elderly poodle. Oh, elderly poodle, I've got something for you. Why didn't you tell me? You should have told me. And maybe you did tell me in an email and I didn't see it. But one of your items didn't get in the box and I just found it. You know what it is. It's coming. You should have told me, Poodle, that you didn't receive what you know you didn't receive. No, because I didn't ship it to you. Somehow it got moved around. It's the little pony on the deco pony on the bookend. It's sitting on my cabinet in my spare room. I apologize, I really do, but it's coming to you. Poodle, I have. Yeah, but I wish you had told me. Did you tell me and I didn't see it in an email? Probably. I'll let you see just a little bit. Now this is always, I don't know if I should do this or not. So here I've got some lovely, and look, I finished painting my ceiling blue. See? Now the next thing that I want to do, that I said I would do, is I'm going to cover up the curtain rod with a piece of wood that I'm going to paint so that you don't see curtain rod. It'll be like a window box kind of a thing, like a valance kind of a thing, you know what I mean. But I'm going to do that. And then, ouch, oops. Can you hear the music in the other room? And then, that's the chair that I sit in. Hello, squirrel. They're all out here now because I was giving everybody peanuts yesterday. And I've even almost got it to where the, tell you what, the squirrels have gotten very friendly with me. They won't come right up to me yet. They may end up. But the jay, I have a pair of jays that are out here all the time. Ooh, those things. I can sit in this chair and the railing to the front step, you know, I can just sit here and I can see it. Once he's found all the peanuts, that jay will sit right there on that rail and look at me through the screen. Waiting. They're aggressive. I didn't know they were that aggressive. And you throw a peanut out there, and it's funny to see who will get it first. You don't know, but the jay is up there in that tree, and he can see a peanut. And sometimes the squirrel will run over, and the jay will swoop down and get it just before the squirrel can. Anyway, this isn't Hodgepodge Lodge. Blue jays can be aggressive, I know. And they have a different, they have that squawk. I mean, I know the squawk that they do, but then I heard this little woo-hoo, woo-hoo, not a mourning dove, I know a mourning dove. And I thought, who is that? And I looked up and it was the jay, and he was doing a little dance. He was like going up and down like this and going woo-hoo, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Something like that. And it was totally different from his squawk. Now, aren't they done mating? Was he doing some little, was he trying to, you know, get it going on? They're not mating now, are they? But what does it mean when they bounce up and down like that? And they make a whole different sound, it's a beautiful sound. It doesn't sound like he's cussing you out like he normally does. Saturday, I saw a single candlestick with the prisms at a thrift shop, and it was in great condition. $8. Should I have bought it? Yes, you should have bought it. Just wanted to say I've been watching your videos for quite some time now. Thoroughly enjoy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Knowledgeable. Thank you so much, Michelle. Is it Michelle or Michael? I think it was Michelle. I have to read it fast because on the cell phone, the comments last for 3 seconds and they disappear. He was trying to mate. I'm not sure they care what time of year it was. Oh, I thought it was a mating dance. That's what I thought. But I thought, why is he trying to mate now? I thought they were finished with that. So he was trying to get it on. That was funny. His whole tone changed. It wasn't that nasty squawk. It was a very pretty woo woo woo, you know, like making whoopee, woo. And he did this little woo 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 up and down. What are you doing? Am I supposed to be watching this or not? What? So I have to go get my laptop so I don't have to keep doing this because the laptop will be down below and my eyes can see the messages without you looking up my nose. By the way, yeah, boom chicka wow wow is right. With squirrels watching and everything. Well, I guess in the animal kingdom, they don't care. Did you guys have, goes my other neighbor. He is so nice. He's 85. We always chat over the fence. You know, stuff that men gossip about. He's from, those neighbors are from the Philippines. My street is so multicultural. I love it. I love New Jersey. I'll tell you what. I don't know. I wouldn't trade growing up with so much diversity, and boy, we've got it in this state. I'll tell you, we got everybody on this street, and it's wonderful. I'm thinking about, since I'm the new kid on the block, typing up little cards or something and going around and asking people if they want to do like a multicultural Saturday afternoon thing where you bring a dish or something. Because we've got Filipino, Vietnamese, we have Japanese, we have Pakistani, we have Hispanic, we have African American, we have Caucasian, German American. That lady 2 doors down is, not Hungarian. Drat, now I can think of as Zsa Zsa Gabor. What is she? Isn't that awful? It's where, Anyway. She's American born, but she's very proud of her Yugoslavian something, something, something. Yeah, like Block Party. Yeah, that's right. Bring a covered, yep. What else have we got on this street? Oh, there's an old Italian family way down at the end. And that's just this one little block here. Anyway. I'm not focusing, am I? When do I focus? Look at this. Now, this is old. Now, let me explain. And this doesn't fit my head, so I'm not even going to attempt to put it on. This is what's called sort of the Donald Duck hat. Now, I am not a military uniform expert anything. Oh, hear the crow? You missed him. And it's worn. Okay, this is the ribbon. This is on the back. So this would go on the head like this, with the U.S. Navy on that onto the one side, and they nickname it the Donald Duck hat. The design of this hat didn't change from something like the 1860s to the 1960s. I mean, it almost virtually stayed the same for about 100 years. And so, but this one, if you'll take a look, I am certain that this one is at least World War II era. May even be World War I era. Look at the silk rib. This is, you could tell the silk, and look at the inside of it. This is not something from the 50s or the 60s. That's an old hat. See? And a uniform expert person would know. This is wool too, but I'm not a uniform expert person, but we'll have this tonight. You can just see the age on the inside. This is old. Now, my grandfather fought in the Second World War, and he was in the Navy at that time. He went into the Army from 1936 to 1940. Did his 4 years, came out, Japan, Pearl Harbor, all that, and then he re-enlisted, and that time he went into the Navy. And he was in the Navy until the end of the war. His uniform is gone. I never knew him to have it in my lifetime. I don't ever know what happened to it. I've got pictures of him in his uniform. But anyway, this is not his hat, so there's no sentimental value to me at all. So we'll have that for sale tonight. I'd love to know if anyone is a uniform expert, but just by looking at the age on the inside of that, that's got to be World War II or earlier. And I have his flag. I will take it down. Now you can hear the crow. Only once a year for Memorial Day, and when I lived in Philly, I didn't really do it, but I can do it here because I can hang it. I take the, I have the flag that draped his casket because my father is deceased, and my father was an only child, and my brother wouldn't care. But I actually, when my grandfather died in 1990, I played taps on my trumpet at his funeral, at his graveside. We had the gun salute, and I have the flag that was on his casket. And it's a beautiful flag, and I do hang it on Memorial Day, but only once a year. I'll bring it in and I'll fold it all back up again. He died on December the 1st, and it was freezing. It was so cold that day. I kept blowing on my mouthpiece. I didn't think I was going to be able to play taps. Not that I couldn't get through it emotionally. I could get through it emotionally, but it was so freezing cold that in order to get the embouchure to play taps, I'm talking wind chill like 5 degrees, and this was early December, but that was a long time ago. Anyway, memories to my relatives and you and yours. A lot of you I know have stories, and you're kind of trading some stories. Are you still there, Karen? You hear that old crow? I haven't heard him. All right. Can you hear him? Telling somebody off. We have an Argus camera, probably from the... What's going on? I don't know if you can hear it. It seems like somebody always gets murdered when a crow comes around, especially like in Miss Marple. What? Yeah, he's telling somebody off. Just don't come land on my front step. Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock, I know. So we've got an old camera from the 60s or 50s, something like that, an old Argus. People collect these. Tippy Hedron. Is Scott's image reversed because this is a YouTube stream? Correct. Well, Karen, is that from like the 60s, the 50s, the 60s? Yes, it's reversed because I'm on YouTube and YouTube does it. Tonight I'll be on StreamYard and it won't. Oh, I know crows are smart. Believe me, I've seen them do all kinds of tricks. What time is it? We're gonna have some magazines tonight. I need to hurry up and do this so people can look at it. We've got the Ladies' Home Journal, 1933. We've got the Saturday Evening Post, 1934. We've got Collier's, 1930. We've got Woman's Home Companion, 1934. So 4 magazines, all from those early years of the Great Depression. And I'll tell you what, these are fun. They just smell old. They're fun. More 1960s and 70s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. I think they're getting closer. He's huge. Yeah, they're porch lights. I'm sorry. I'm just mesmerized by these crows. I've never had, they're huge. Something's going on. Anyway, yes, they are electric porch lights. Sorry about that. Crows won't eat. Couldn't see it. It went away too fast. Look, you're gonna get that just like it is, and you know what it is. It's antique oak. This is for a towel. This would be for a bathroom. Now the mirror is gone, so do whatever you want with that. Usually there would be a mirror on the back of these. And not for paper towels in a kitchen. This is for, an old-fashioned bathroom, 1900. Yep. And you'll hang this is long enough for a bath towel, not a kitchen towel, but a bath towel. And you can decide whatever you want to do in terms of putting a mirror back into it or anything that pleases you. So we'll have that for sale tonight. We did the lamps, we did that. I've got a couple of photographs. Look at this. Now let me plug it in. Hold on. I've got to get my little self moving because, okay. This is so wonderful. This is very late 40s. This is 1940s. Now, I have had this kind of thing, these illuminated sort of shadow box things. You start to see them in decorative arts in pairs. There's usually 2. And they start coming on the scene after the war. So you start seeing these in the 1940s. This is pottery, ceramic, the horse. Look at the chartreuse inside. So it's a wooden box. Yeah. There's the horse. And this will hang on your wall like that. And then when it's lit, now, and then the heat comes out of the bottom. Now, what you see, I want you to know that anytime a light bulb is being filmed, like in a video, it always looks much, 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 much brighter to you than it is in person. So I know that looks way too bright. It's not in person. In person, it's beautiful. It just throws light up to the horse. But you could get one that's even lower wattage than that. This is a wooden frame, blonde. These colors are so stinking 1940s. Chartreuse and blonde. Oh my goodness. All the magazines in the 40s had this coloring. Now, what I love about him is there was never any glass. In fact, he kind of sticks out, you see? See how he sticks out from the frame? You couldn't get a piece of glass on there. I have a pair somewhere else in metal frames with reverse paint. And it could be like two ballerinas or two calypso people, or it could be anything. But it was a thing in the 40s. So there's probably a second one, undoubtedly, that went with this, and probably another horse. We've only got this one. But the condition is good. I would be a little concerned. I would not turn it on and leave it. I would get, and this is an old light bulb, I would get the light bulbs that don't put out heat. It's very close to, it's okay. It's just something that I would not turn on and leave on unless I was at home. But very 40s, if you have an equestrian friend, they can enjoy that. And then I've got two photographs to sell tonight. Now, I know this is the Unbreakables sale, and we're pushing the limits a little bit. Yeah, there's some pottery in that. Hey, Patrick and I created this. We can break our own rules. I have the most delightful Art Deco wedding picture, and I'm selling it tonight. Look at that. Just you take a look at that. Look at, it's hand tinted. Look at that Art Deco backdrop. We'll go all the way down. I know there's reflections and you can't see it. There's no date on this, but this is classic early 30s. And it's you know, this couple really wanted their wedding picture to look very modern, and boy, they sure did get one. Okay, let's trying to get you to, it's hard to get you to see it without, there shouldn't be any reflections tonight, I don't think. Yeah, hand tinted. And the deco backdrop on it is just wonderful. You know, when you deal in antiques, you're always covered in just antique stuff, dirt, dust, I don't know. So we have that tonight. And then also tonight, I can't believe I'm selling this. They look like cousins. Yeah, they do kind of look like cousins. This, wow. This is an original photograph that was taken in 1937. And I bought this, I don't know where I was. I was on one of my trips. And here's what it says. It says, a scene, what's burning? That's got to be somebody's grill. But whenever you smell, that's my house. A scene in Denver, Colorado, in the city park. Mary, I don't know, I can't, then this, it's in pencil, it's very difficult to read. But then it says Christmas of 1937. Christmas 1937. So at Christmas time in 1937, somebody was in a park in Denver, Colorado, and they took this photograph of these trees covered in snow. Isn't this artistic? And it's kind of spooky, a little bit. in an old in a frame from that era. So this, nobody will have that. You'll be the only one with this. I know there's a glare. There won't be tonight. Now I would make that child pick that up. See, that would happen one time at my house. I need to just stay out of I need to mind my own business. But I'll tell you what, I don't have any children, but I'll tell you what, I had a mother and a father that would not let me do that. There's a child next door, and I'll tell you what, he pitches a fit. And you know what he just did? The mother, apparently he didn't like what he had. He took a drinking glass and dropped it off of the porch, and it just smashed onto the sidewalk, onto their driveway. They're not doing anything. But I'll tell you what, I would be hauled off. I'm not saying beat the kid. We don't do that anymore. But you know what I mean. I mean, I've witnessed him pitch fits out there in that driveway. If I have to tell you one more time, please. My grandmother didn't have to tell me one time. Anyway, I need to stay out of it. I'm not the father or the mother. Mind your business. What? What? I don't know what you're saying. You're probably telling me to mind my own business. I'm sure could be saying things about me. No. It's not a painting, it's a photograph. You know, probably taken with a little brownie camera or something. Scott, I think you should keep that. This, I don't have room. I would get the look and the scared stupid right out of me. Yeah, I wish I would drop a drinking glass off. And they didn't make him. They probably gave him a dish of ice cream and let him watch cartoons. Anyway. Ansel Adams. Yes, very Ansel Adams. Or Georgia O'Keeffe. Wasn't that his girlfriend or something? So we'll have this tonight. One of a kind. I think those people have trouble ahead with that kid. I thought that the other day, and you know what I thought? That kid is going to be in some classroom giving somebody the father now has taken a garden hose. I guess he's cleaned up the glass, but now he's taking a garden hose to get glass off of, because he can't pull his car out. Yeah, they're not going to do anything. There he is. And whatever. Peter, they're all that way. Who's all what way? Anyway, so I need to have some more. Will they be invited to your block party? Yeah, but I'll tell you what, he ain't gonna get the good crystal. They get paper plates and cups. They're not gonna touch my Anchor Hocking. Oh, the bunnies are coming out. What time is it? It's 10 of 7. I love it when they come out. They like to come out around this time. They're out between like 7 and 8. And they eat grass. They're probably mad because they had a lot of celery to eat last week. And boy, they had a time with all that celery. I wasn't going to eat all that celery. Do you remember all that celery from my EAPG? Anyway. Thank you for watching and putting up with me out here on this front porch, minding everybody's business but my own. I need to use my favorite expression on myself. you run your mouth and I'll run my business. All right, you run your child and I'll run my business. Hope you come see me tonight at 8 o'clock. Patrick and I will be here, I hope, for the Unbreakables live sale. And I might need to find, oh, I've got a clock. You want me to show it to you? Can you wait for just 1 second? I got to go in the house. Nothing out here on this porch is level. Nothing in my house is level. When you own a 100-year-old house, everything is wonky. So I can't get it to run out here. I could get it to run on my mantle. That's the only level place I have in my house, because I have my mantle, my family mantle clock, and it is persnickety. It will not run unless it is a level. Let me go get that clock. I think I'm going to be able to. I don't know if we have any clock collectors or not. So you're really not supposed to, and I know this, you're not supposed to carry a clock or move it around with the pendulum hanging on it. You should always take it off. I just did what you aren't supposed to do, and I know that. But people call these Gothic clocks or steeple clocks. This is a working clock. It's an unrestored working clock, which means, yes, it runs. It does not keep perfect time. Yes, you have to wind it, every 8 days. And I'm out here. Let me take this. You're really not supposed to do that. Okay. See it running? I took the pendulum off. There's the winding key. It did have an alarm, which somebody took out. No big deal. Those alarms are not a big deal breaker with clocks like this, and nobody sets an alarm on a clock like this. But you could put, it has the function to put the alarm in it. You can get them if you want one. And then a lot of people think, oh, too bad the paint is gone. They weren't all painted. Many examples, there was nothing here. And I believe this one to have never been painted. So anyway, it's a mahogany, and these clocks were, you'll see, they're still making these clocks today, but you'll see them in the 1830s, I think, maybe the 1820s or 30s. Most of them made in New England, Connecticut. That kind of usually. This one is probably from after the Civil War. I date this one to probably the 1880s. It has had a little bit of veneer repair here, which is quaint. It doesn't match it perfectly, but it's got both finials. There's a little veneer. I'd rather there be veneer repair than the missing veneer. You have a nice original face, a beautiful label on the inside. I'm really selling this as a decorative piece because, as I said, it's not been restored. That'll wake the dead. So it's very charming. And I'll see if we have any clock people tonight. I don't know. And then somebody might not want it because it's an unrestored clock. So I'm selling it as a clock that is working. You can wind it, it'll run. There are no guarantees. It doesn't keep perfect time. It might stop. It might go off in the middle of the night. But clocks can be repaired. It does not have broken springs. The chime is good. And the mainspring for the clock itself is good. It's still ticking now. Okay, that's it. I gotta go change my clothes, I guess, and eat something and get ready for the show tonight because it's already 7 o'clock. If you get a chance, please, if this is live, so I can't put it in the live, but Patrick did a preview video. won't you please go to Patrick's channel, give him some hits. He did a video for what he's selling tonight in detail. Lots of nice things. Linens, you'll really get a good idea of what Patrick is bringing if you'll go and watch. It's Patrick, the trusty huckster, and I'm not able here to stick it in here. Maybe Karen, you are Johnny on the spot. You're Karen on the spot. Karen just put it in. That's the link to Patrick's channel. He would love it if he could get some extra views, I'm sure, on that preview, because he took the time to do it. Unlike me, who just threw everything together 2 minutes ago. Okay, let me go change my clothes, eat, get some lights set up, and we will be back at 8:00 the clock. Thank you. See you later. Boop. Boop.